What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. How y'all doing? Another racial false flag has been set upon us. I didn't want to be early on calling this. The young lady who went to the same school that Karen Pence, the vice president's wife, where she teaches at good Christian school. I think $11,000 a year, it ain't cheap. You know what I mean? She said alleged that 3 white classmates or students held her down and cut her dreadlocks. When it first came out, I was just like, I read the story, and then I read the story where somebody floated a rumor that she didn't name the people who did it. She didn't have names for them. Like, it was just 3 randoms and she didn't know anybody. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. So I didn't believe it at all. Hove has a verse, believe half of what you see, even if it's spat by me. One of his greatest rhymes. So I was incredulous to it. Especially that, coinkydink, it was where Pence's wife taught it. That's my first red flag. I was like, oh, come on, here's the bullshit right here. Well, today she comes out and denies, she denies that it happened. She made it up. Her grandparents, I guess she stays with her grandparents. Her grandparents announced that they apologized to the school, to the kids, and the whole nine. Now, there's a couple things that could have happened here. One, it could have been Soros and the boys. Soros money long, could approach the grandparents like, hey. Now, I'm just insinuating. I know YouTube has this, you can't, I don't know, this was a false event. I know they talked about you can't say an event that happened is false. But since this is an event that happened that was false, I guess I can talk about it. Not that I probably won't even monetize it anyway. But there's a couple things, like I said. One, it could be Soros money. You could approach your grandparents like, hey, I couldn't approach the little girl. Why don't you do this? Say somebody cut your dreads off. And one, let me backtrack. One of the reasons I knew it was kind of shaky because she didn't have no scratches or nothing. Nobody gonna cut no black woman's hair without a fight. Let's get it out the way. You're not cutting a black girl's hair off without a fight. I don't care if it's 3 boys or not. There's some scratching, kicking, fighting, all that. Somebody's getting hurt. You know what I mean? But say it could have been Soros and the boy, because you know how they do these racial false flags. I keep saying that, some of these racial false flags, like even the girl at the CBS that had the N-word embolism, whatever the hell. She just was stuck saying the N-word 50 times. Somebody could have paid her to do that. There's people paying people to continue the racial tension in this country. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact or anything. It's just my opinion. Or 2, the girl could see hey, how people get famous off of this. People have gotten famous off of racial incidents. Next thing you know, you're on Ellen. Next thing you know, you're talking to Oprah. Next thing you know, you're Beyonce's calling you, inviting you to a concert. This is stuff that happens. So it could have been her just be like, man, I want to do some of that and just make up some story out of the blue. You hope it's not, but it's it's terrible that stuff happens, because, when things really go south, now everybody's going to be looking at it like, did you make this up or anything like that? Even though, like I said, Hov said, question everything, even spat by me. Question everything, even spat by Uncle Hota. I'm about to get back on these bars, man. I might need an instrument. I might rap again, man. I don't know. My raggedy ass flow. But that's I'm going off topic. But it's sad, man. It's sad, man. It's sad for them boys too. Well, she didn't name it. I don't think she named anybody in particular. I'm pretty sure about that. But it's sad for the kids at that school, the teachers, and everything else. But what it does, the damage is damn near done. You know what I'm saying? You know, the initial story gets so much retweets and story and talk about. The retraction is like on page 5. You know, this initial story is on page 1. Her retraction is on like page 5. You know what I'm saying? Some people will still believe it happened until you tell them, nah, that shit was fake. Gotta be some Kanye cleanse kombucha. This girl got famous drinking kombucha. I like all that fucking. It is what it is. But anyway, that's my take on that. Another hoax. We need to stop the hoaxes, man. Americans, stop the hoaxes.